Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're talking about something that sounds like it was ripped straight from a sci-fi movie. Planets literally made of diamond, where it actually rains gems.
So, does it really happen? It's honestly one of the most incredible ideas in all of astronomy. But is it real? Well, the science behind it is even more fascinating than the sparkle. So let's dig in and separate the hard facts from the fiction.
And you might think we'd have to look to some distant galaxy to find something this wild. But nope. Our journey starts right here in our own backyard. Well, at the edge of it anyway, with our two mysterious ice giants, Uranus and Neptune.
Okay, so picture this. Thousands and thousands of kilometers below their cloudy surfaces, the environment is just unimaginable. We're talking pressures that would instantly vaporize any probe we sent, and heat that could rival the surface of a star. It's in this totally alien environment where the magic, or, the physics, really happens.
In there, common molecules like methane just get ripped to shreds by the heat and pressure. The carbon atoms that are set free get squeezed together so intensely that they literally crystallize into solid diamonds. And because these diamonds are heavier than everything around them, they start to sink, creating this slow-motion rain of gems deep inside the planet.
So how does this cosmic alchemy actually work? I mean, for years, this was just a really cool theory. But some pretty amazing recent experiments have managed to recreate these insane conditions right here on Earth. And they've revealed the exact recipe for making diamonds, planetary style.
What they did was use these incredibly powerful lasers to mimic the immense pressures and temperatures deep inside those planets. And they didn't just prove it was possible, they actually mapped out the whole process step by step.
And this is basically the recipe. It's brilliant. First, you have dissociation. The methane molecules get shattered. Second, separation. All those freed carbon and hydrogen atoms split up into different zones. And finally, nucleation. The carbon atoms in those carbon-rich areas start linking up, forming the tiny seed of a diamond, which then gets bigger and bigger as it falls. It's a planetary-scale gem factory. For real.
But here's where it gets even cooler. This diamond-making recipe isn't just a local specialty. Uranus and Neptune might just be the beginning. This exact same process could be happening all across the universe, maybe even creating entire worlds made of carbon.
You see, it all comes down to the basic chemistry of a star system. Ours is rich in oxygen, which gives us planets made of silicate rock, like Earth. But other star systems out there are carbon-rich. Planets that form there could be built from carbon compounds, meaning instead of mountains of granite, you could literally have mountains of pure diamond. And we're actually starting to find them. We've seen candidates like WASP-12b, which is a gas giant with a ton of carbon in its atmosphere. And of course, there's the famous 55 Cancri E, which was once thought to be a third pure diamond. We're even finding these totally bizarre, lemon-shaped worlds whose atmospheres might rain carbon soot. Just wild.
Okay, so at this point, I know what you're probably thinking. A planet made of diamonds has got to be worth an absolutely astronomical amount of money, right?
Well, someone actually did the math. The value of a planet like 55 Cancri E was once estimated at $26.9 non-jillion. That is a 26 followed by, get this, 33 zeros. That number is so huge, it's practically meaningless. But as one very wise commenter pointed out, the basic laws of economics still apply, even in space. The second you introduce a planet-sized supply of diamonds to the market, their value would just plummet. They'd become common, maybe even worthless.
So the real treasure here isn't financial at all. It's the fundamental knowledge we gain about how the universe actually works.
Honestly, this research is incredibly valuable. For one, it could finally explain mysteries like the weird, off-kilter magnetic fields of Uranus and Neptune, which might be caused by this churning sea of falling diamonds. It also tells us about a hidden source of heat inside these cold worlds. And maybe most importantly, it proves that Earth's chemistry isn't the only way to build a planet. The universe is way more creative than we ever gave it credit for.
When you get right down to it, diamond rain is so much more than just a cool concept. It completely expands our idea of what a planet can even be. It proves that these kinds of exotic worlds are possible, which just leaves us with one massive question. If diamond worlds exist, what other impossible planets are still out there, just waiting to be found?